Uh-huh.
Many black women disagree with truth and facts all day long. Many black
Mhm.
women will say they're thick when they're obese.
Mhm.
80% of black women are overweight. Is that true or false?
I haven't heard that statistics, but it's probably true. But I know that I have a 25-inch waist, and I know
Okay, so
that
you're
I
five foot
have
five. So
a.
you're 5'5",
Mhm.
right?
I don't have a problem with sharing
Excuse me,
pictures
ma'am.
because I'm
Excuse me,
fine.
I don't, ma'am. I don't care
Mhm.
about your pictures. I need you to listen
Mhm.
to some basic facts.
What is up, guys? I am back to bring you another Kevin Samuels video. Hope you are doing well wherever you are. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get straight into this because this is one of my favorites. It has to be. This is one of the most insane, delusional people I've ever seen in my entire life. And you're going to hear it. And you're going to hear a lot of different things from her. And I'll save most of my thoughts for the end. I may interject in the middle here or there, but mostly going to save it for the end because this is just a gold mine.
I'm a PhD. I like to think that I have my stuff together. I'm
Okay.
beautiful. I have a great body. I just
Okay.
turned 30. I don't have any children. I work as a graduate assessor, and I'm also a high school English teacher.
Okay.
And I am single. I was listening to the other day when you were talking about Tracy Ellis Ross, and I was a little like taken back at some of the things you said.
Such as?
So I was trying to understand, like, even today you were saying like a woman shouldn't be, her first focus should be on a man. And I just feel like if I sit around and wait for a man to do it, like I'm never gonna grow or be a better person for that man. Even looking at statistics, like the amount of black men, because I want a black man incarcerated, the amount of black
Hold on
men
now. So now I'm gonna stop
that
you
are
right here.
gay.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. This is a conversation. I'm gonna shut this shit down right here. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. What you just said is an outright lie that has been disproven, debunked for decades, and you're still talking about it. Blackdemographics.com. Black statistics for black people by black people even debunks this. So please, ma'am, stop repeating that lie.
I might have to fact check, but those are
Fact check it all you want to. That's okay. I say this because I'm a black man, and when I hear black women repeat this lie, it bothers me because you're going to give me 51% are single and childless. Do you believe that or not?
I'm gonna take you for your word.
I'm asking you, do you believe it?
I believe something else until you told me that.
What percentage of black men are okay? Please turn off YouTube in the background, and that's fine. But if we're gonna have a conversation, it has to be rooted in facts because you ladies love the facts that make you look good. And the ones you're saying talk about black men are in jail and down low and all this other kind of stuff. Man, that's an old trope that's been around since the 80s. In daytime TV, Oprah, Sally Jesse Raphael Donahue made millions and billions off of destroying black men. And when I hear black women going right along, educated black women going right along with this, when all it takes is a simple Google search and you can find blackdemographics.com. Just like the previous caller that I had to shut down when I said, according to the CDC, black men make the most involved active fathers. And no, black men can't be shit. So
I mean,
let's move.
To be shit. So
but the fact is,
51%
are single and childless, and 64% are in the middle class. So now, what's the issue?
I mean, I guess I have to explore those things. I guess the issue now is me. So what's my issue?
Well, what do you want to be married?
I do, possibly, but I'm happily single as well. So
okay, well, happily single. What does that mean?
It means that if I never have the opportunity or meet the right person, I will be okay with that.
Why would you never have the opportunity?
If I just didn't meet the right person that like made me feel special and loved, important, treated me right, didn't cheat, all that stuff.
So in other
Because
words,
I feel like I got it
excuse
together.
me. Okay. Well, first I asked you if you said you never have the opportunity. Then I said, why wouldn't you have the opportunity? You just skipped right on over to that to get into the finding the right person. Why wouldn't you have the opportunity to get married? Can you get married? Are you legally single?
I am.
Can you enter into a contract with the man and the state? Can you sign a marriage license?
I can.
Then you have the opportunity to get married just like any of us.
But I'm not going to settle
excuse
or
me.
lower my
Hold
standards.
on. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Since you want to smoke, I got it for you. How tall are you? How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Dress size?
7.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
170. I also have a 25-inch waist.
So 5'5". Listen, hold on.
Look me up.
Oh, first off, here's one simple rule. Hold on. There's one simple rule.
No, because that's
hold on, ma'am. One simple rule of my show is I don't care who. Yes, you cannot do that. It will go completely off the rails because that is just disrespectful.
I agree. But you're disrespectful.
Excuse me?
I said you are disrespectful sometimes. But
hold on, ma'am. I can tell you one thing. As the host, it's not disrespectful to cut you off because I am running a show for 4,500 people. I don't know you. I'm trying to do 10 different things. So this is my business. I'm running a show. If you consider me having standards and a systematic way I handle a show disrespectful, that's on you. Because I have plenty of women who love my show and watch it every day. But you seem to have a problem with the things I say, and that's your right. But don't call it disrespect because you don't like it.
No, I think the way you respond sometimes to people not cutting people off on your show that you're hosting is disrespectful. But what I was going to say is that your body standards and my body standards are what
the American Medical Association, the American Medical Association. I'm a professional image consultant. So your opinions, and you're fine. You can have those. But I go by, excuse me, as an image professional. Excuse me. Oh, see, there you go with this shit again. I told you, don't do this. See, I could care less if you disagree. Many black women disagree with truth and facts all day long. Many black women will say they're thick when they're obese. 80% of black women are overweight. Is that true or false?
I haven't heard that statistic, but it's probably true. But I know that I have a 25-inch waist, and I know that. So
you're 5'5". So you're 5'5", right?
I don't have a problem with sharing.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I don't care about your pictures. I need you to listen to some basic facts. In mammals, is it typical for the female of the species to weigh more than the male?
No, but I don't like.
All right, ma'am. Then I need you to go. So a man who's 5'5", how much should a man, healthy weight, 5'5", weigh?
I'm not sure. However, I wouldn't date.
How much would a man at 5'5", healthy weight weigh? Give me a ballpark guess.
Probably what they should weigh according to the BMI chart, or what they should weigh according to what I find attractive. Because
what you find attractive is irrelevant. And what you find attractive is irrelevant. I mean, just walking through society.
Walking through society of being.
Just answer the question, ma'am.
Can
you answer the question, ma'am? Could you answer the question?
I think Bernice Burgos.
I asked you a 5'5" man. I asked you a 5 foot.
Overweight.
All right, I've told you several times. You're not going to talk over me. So we'll try this one more time. And if you're going to continue to do this, I'm going to bid you a good night.
Hello?
I asked you to answer the question, and you just keep on saying what you want to say. I just asked you to be polite, ma'am. I'm trying to be polite to you. Could you please answer the question? Just give me a ballpark. How much should a 5'5" man weigh?
I was actually just looking at this chart recently, and I believe it's between 175 and 195.
No, ma'am, it's not. The average American man in 1960 was 5'9 3/4", 5'10", and he weighed 165 pounds. The average American female at the same time was 5'4", 120 pounds. Fast forward 55 years later, the average American man was still 5'10", and his weight had ballooned up from 165 to a whopping 168. He gained 3 pounds in 55 years. Yet the average American woman went from 120 to 160, a 40-pound differential. There should roughly be a 40 to 45-pound differential between men and women. The average height of a black woman, average weight of a black woman in this country, 5'4", 187. 80% of you are overweight, and you think because you have a nice snatched waist and a big ass, and you like where the fat landed, that changes the way the body is set up. You're overweight for your height, and bottom line, you weigh more than a man.
I don't weigh more than the man I date.
If a man was your height, you would weigh more than he does. You weigh more than the average American male, who's 5'10". Did you not hear me say that the average man is 5'10", 168? You weigh more than the average man in this country.
And the average man in this country is in my DMs.
Average man in this country. And you can have all your defiant attitude and not like it and challenge the BMI and the racial disparity, whatever. Doesn't matter. You're overweight for your height.
I am, and I'm fine as hell.
Well, good. Knock it out.
This right here is the exact big, massive problem. It is this defiant attitude where these women just do not want to listen. It is just, I'm right. I mean, Kevin Samuels has referred to it in the way of sign language, which is shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. And you can see all of it going on right here with the need to be right. And this woman just cannot handle reality. She just keeps talking about her 25-inch waist, how she looks, how the fat landed in the right places. But just because the fat landed in places that you like doesn't make it good. There still is a BMI chart for a reason. There still is a healthy body weight for a reason. And it goes beyond just looks. You know, everyone always wants to make it about, oh, looks this, looks that. But it's like actual practicality as a human. Like if someone, let's say someone gets stuck in a fire, you know, in a building, then how is a firefighter supposed to carry an unconscious 400-pound person out? Or a woman who is 300 pounds, because a 300-pound woman is much different looking than a 300-pound man and weighs differently. I mean, there's so many things that go on that people just don't account for because it's this just tell everyone they're good, tell everyone they're great, no one's got any issues, everybody's perfect, no one has anything they need to work on. God forbid you go to the gym, especially when it comes to black women. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's like God forbid you step foot in a gym when their counterparts are doing this stuff. I see much more Asians, Latinas, and white women in the gym than I ever do black women because they think that this, you know, thick, curvy nature is good. It's not healthy. It's really not. So back to the video.
You could be as fine as hell. And the problem you had with me saying Tracy Ellis Ross could not get a high value man and she's happily being single is what?
Oh, do you consider Tracy Ellis Ross overweight? Is her BMI, her butt?
I asked you, see, the proper thing to do, ma'am, is before you ask a question, you answer the question that's been asked. You don't answer a question while asking another one. That's rude. You know, that's disrespectful. You're an educated woman. You should
communications.
Well, then you should know how to do it better than I do.
I definitely do.
Well, apparently, but you're not making a very good showing, ma'am, because you're being very rude and disrespectful as far as communication goes. You've done this many times. I've had to mute you twice.
I'm a PhD.
So the question was, answer the question.
At this point, I don't remember the question.
Right. So you have a degree in communication, but you can't keep up with the communication.
I mean, there's a lot going on, sir.
Actually, I'm right here. I'm on task. You're the one that said you have your degree in communication.
I do.
So show your work. I asked the question. What's the answer to the question I asked?
I asked you the question again.
All right. So in other words, you are being disrespectful because you're not even paying attention to the person who's hosting the show and the question I'm asking. You want to say what you want to say so much. You basically said, fuck you and your question. I'm going to say what I want. All right. So you're happily single. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What else?
I said, thank you.
So what else would you like us to know?
I mean, I believe that's it.
And you're how old again?
Say that again for me.
You said you're how old again?
I'm 30. I just turned 30 this year.
And that's going to be the end of the video for this one, guys. I hope you had a good time watching this. I certainly had a good laugh, and also a bit of a reality check in a depressing way, because some of the things you hear are things that women still to this day, despite this interview now being multiple years old, they still parrot. They still say these things. I still hear it. You probably still hear it, especially if you live in a Western country. If you don't, then you're lucky. That's why I moved to Asia, because I wanted to get away from all of the craziness. But I still do have the perspective, because I obviously have dealt with these women for a very significant portion of my life since I'm from the West. And at the end of the day, all you can really do is just, one, focus on yourself, because that's all you have control over, and two, just know how to avoid these women. You know, women like this will always exist. People will always exist that have views that don't match reality, and that's just part of life. And the best thing that you can do, generally speaking, is to just outright avoid them, or just put yourself in a situation where you don't have to be around any of this stuff anymore. You don't have to hear it. You don't have to see it, because it's depressing. Like, who wants to, I mean, you know, when it comes to dating in the US, I really do understand, because who wants to go around with these women who see you literally as just a walking wallet? And the irony of it being is that, you know, I've had women tell me, like, oh, you moved, you know, to different countries outside the US because you want to take advantage of these women, but they just want your money. I'm like, well, you know, to a degree, all of them do want money. They all want security. That's nature. But I'd much rather have a nice woman who will cook and clean for me with no problem, versus the mean one who tells me that I ain't shit and also she wants my money. You know, I'd rather just have a nice one who wants my money. I'm fine with that. That's a pretty good trade-off in my book. But anyways, you guys have a good one. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's grow this. I want to share more of this lovely knowledge and some of my perspective if you guys care for it. But until then, I'll catch you on the next one.